Hey, good morning, happy Friday. Welcome back to the den of iniquity that is Ken Shaving and BSing, home of your original Big Shave Best Champion, as always. And this morning, because of a comment or two on my last video, they were curious about the OneBlade Core. We're going to break out this one. I'm going to give you a tip on how to load it in a visual versus what I discussed in my last video. If you haven't seen that, click back one and you'll see the OneBlade Hybrid. Now this razor is lighter than the hybrid because it is a full plastic head versus a stainless steel. Now I will say in comparison, the Genesis and the hybrid feel about the same in weight. So if that's a concern, you're good either way with weight. If you're going to save money and you don't mind having part of your razor in plastic, then get the hybrid, especially when they go on sale for 99 bucks, if you are interested in a OneBlade. By the way, just to mention this, not paid, just doing it, showing it, just want to use it. No whatevers. Feather FHS 10, I didn't highlight it much. This is the box you'll be looking for. Blade comes wrapped like this with glue buds. Now here's the kicker. When loading the core, remember, plastic head. You do have little stops on the corners, but these blades are sharp, and because I actually did it with my original, before they kind of tweaked it, allegedly tweaked it, you have to be careful loading this, so let's watch. So set the blade in. There's these back slots right here where you set it in. There we go. I'm sorry, I was a little low. And then you push slightly and then rock it in ever so slowly. It will click a little, it will click a little, and stop. Do not press hard. You will push right through the stops and basically mess up your razor. You don't want to do that. It will slice through it and you'll lose the essential part of making the shave balanced and screw up the built-in micro float of the blade, which I described in the last video as it works along your face. There's a micro float in it to kind of allow for the contours versus any funky edges. So think about it like a cartridge where there's little kind of like almost like little springs that kind of ride each blade in, let's say, a Gillette Fusion, and kind of lets it contour. Similar concept in the function. I'm going to recreate the shave from yesterday with the software and the brush. So that was coriander and cardamom from the Art of Shaving Shave Cream, banana oil leaf cube, the 1.0 version, and we're going to do the after balm from Stray Whisker, BC Silver Tip Synthetic from Razor Rock. So let's wet the face. Out of the shower, of course. So, cleaned out, hydrated, ready to go. Courtesy of Nick Shaves. Right. There we go. Dip the tips a little, shake it out, load up some good shave cream. Paint it in and then we'll lather it up. All right, let's close up our cream and dip the tips. and start lathering. Water. When I first started using Artist Shaving, I was a shower shaver. I upgraded to their products while I was still using a cartridge. It did make my skin feel better. I mean, this is pre-P&G buyout, Procter & Gamble, also the owners of Gillette. And I did the oil, I did the cream or soap, depending, aftershave balm. Great stuff. A little expensive, but if your only thing, you're not buying a whole bunch of artisan products and going, you know, hobbyist with this, you're okay. But the razor was the downfall because I still got the ingrowns on my neck. Anyway, that's why I now do SEDE. I do some straight razor, but rarely. I gotta send a couple off to Stallion. You get a hold of them via Facebook and or emailing. Alright, blade's warmed up. Now, I'm going to talk about the comparison to my shave 2 days ago with the Core. So, got like 2 days growth. Let's get into it. First thing you're going to notice with the Core is it's not exactly like polished finished. So you think you're feeling kind of I wouldn't call it a scrape, but it's a different acoustic. It's not as smooth feeling as the hybrid, the stainless steel head. Don't let that bother you. The coarseness is strictly an acoustic thing. It doesn't affect skin feel. And if you notice, I'm cruising about the same speed as I did with the hybrid. That's okay. I mean, it's taking whiskers off. It's doing a nice job. It feels great. Best tip I received was Steve, the Daily Shaver in Australia. Treat it a lot like a cartridge with the pivoting head. And if you account for the I'll repeat what I say. I call it a micro float. What you get is a cartridge-like effect to allow us for a more expedient shave, and with, of course, less blade contact because it is literally one edge, one blade. You do, in a way, get the best of both worlds. You can get a good quick shave when you're not talking, like making a video or lollygagging. I think a good portion of you can get good enough for a daily shave. I had a really good shave. I know my buddy Rick Reynolds. He mentioned he prefers the supply on the third plate, which is, I need to use more, because they sent me one year and a half ago, and I just couldn't really use it for some reason. I guess I just did, and so And so I have it. I'm not going to sell it. I could sell it for profit, but I ended up buying the other plates because it comes with a 2. So I bought the 1 and 3 to see how it works. And I need to use that more. Maybe that'll be in my next shave to really get myself more familiar with injectors, what have you. So anyway. But I think you can with the OneBlade, whether it's Core Hybrid or the Genesis. Get a great daily shave. But there is one drawback, and it's not the price. While the price is a drawback in general, the blade the blade longevity of these I think you get 2 to 3 shaves. I kind of do 2 to 3 shaves anyway with a DE razor. Rarely have I experimented going beyond that with any blade. Yeah. Yeah, this is really a daily driver. I mean, 2 days growth, I'll be honest with you. Granted, my face may have been in a better position with I think I had 4 days growth. I think it was 4 when I did the last shave with the hybrid. And in all honesty, my shave was a little better quality. Now, another factor is this is not a fresh blade. But you would think, well, I did take down a lot of hair, but it didn't do it in a lot of passes. So, but I think if you're doing a daily shave and you just want a one blade and you don't want anything else, it's a great razor. It's another one that, depending on what level you buy, I mean, you're going to pay up front. And the blades aren't cheap, but I don't know where the break-even point is. I've never done that math to say I buy X amount of cartridges. Let's say you max your dollar buying in store and you buy the 8 packs of let's say you're using the Pro Glide Fusion, the Fusion Pro Glide, whatever, the one with the loop strips, the cooling strips, whatever. You know, their flagship right now. Say you're doing that, right? And then let's say you buy a OneBlade and you buy a pack of, it's a 50, how many come? Packs of 10. I don't know. You look up on Gifts and Care, and maybe Connaught Shaving. I'm not sure. I haven't looked in a while. Look for the best price on the FHS 10s and do the math on razor cost, that, and also factor in let's say 2 shaves a blade on the OneBlade on the FHS 10s versus, let's say you get a week's, or say you get a month out of like they claim you get a month out of the Pro Glide. Find your break even point and see what makes more sense. All right, I do have a little where I was working a little too hard around the lip. I have a little weeper. Okay, big difference this time. More feedback versus almost knowing. More generalized feedback, whether that's my skin healing up, maybe I had too much pressure. Hard to say. I'm going to shoot you straight on this. I think this is a solid product. But if you're interested in the OneBlade and you want probably its best performance, bang for the buck wise, get the hybrid. You're going to get the weight of the Genesis. You just have the plastic construction in the handle. It is a metal pin holding in the cap, and you got a stainless steel head. But, you know, your durability factor is obviously going to go up when you get a Genesis. But I think your shave experience to the current version of the Genesis is going to be similar to the hybrid. So you got to weigh your dollar there. You know, 2 shaves a blade, other factors. I mean, face feels good. I mean, it's a good shave. It would be a good daily shave. There's some spots. I mean, like I got 2 hairs here. Right. It's all right. I think the hybrid's better. Hybrid and Genesis are going to be the same experience in my book. So, but I mean, if you get a good deal on a core and you want to try out a OneBlade and you're looking for a daily shave, you're not going for a BBS. Although I would say I got really good, really close to it with the hybrid on Wednesday. You have your possibilities. All right. Yeah, it's a cool investment. It's a cool you know, shaving implement for sure. You know, you got to look at the price. I mean, price prohibitive. We're gonna take a little time here now. Talk price prohibitive. I mean, the you know, the fine world's finest razor at $165. You got, you know, when you can get, I don't know, Ball and Tech, you can get a Merkur Progress, you can get, you know, the Game Changer from Razor Rock or Italian Barber. It's you know, you can get the DOC. DOC's great razor from Phoenix Shaving. I mean, you got plenty of options out there. So, depending if you like the pivot, you want to stay with the pivot. My advice is hybrid over core. If you want to save money, hybrid's good. I don't know how it's going to do on more than 2 days growth. You're going to have to. There's a learning curve with it. And then, of course, you got other options out there: injectors, SEs, different levels of aggression. You got adjustable razors out there now, clones of old school adjustable razors. So, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Do your own homework, but I appreciate you listening. I hope this video helped out, folks. And I'm gonna finish up with the little stray whisker after balm. Yeah, it's a good shave. I mean, it's a good shave. I mean, there's definitely nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's likely that the issue was it was a first use, it was a already one use blade on it. That could be a huge difference. Face, skin wise, I mean, skin feels good. I mean, a little more feedback, so it may have been pressure. It's operator error, you know, there's all sorts of factors. So I'm babbling. Let's stop here. So with that, leave any comments below if you got any questions. I'd appreciate it. You know, I'll be happy to give you feedback, or you can email me if you go to my about on the main channel, and my email address is there. If you want to email me any questions, I'm happy to answer. I try to get them as fast as I can. Right now, I'm not too busy. You know, and this weekend coming up, Monday will be a down day with my mom's surgery, and I'll be working out of her house for probably 2 weeks until she seems to be up and ready to go, where she doesn't need any assistance. And with that, I will leave you with the parting words as always. Stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. Cheers. Too sweet to the good brothers and good sisters out there. The champ loves you, and I will see you in the next shave. Bye.